ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Historic storms across the country are now impacting us right here in San Diego County. Vaccine shipments that were supposed to arrive this week, they're now delayed because of the weather. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
I'm Lindsay Pena. Kimberly has the night off. San Diego Fire Rescue announcing late tonight that all appointments at the Balboa Municipal Gym scheduled for tomorrow are now canceled. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo explains what these shipping delays mean for those who have upcoming appointments.
County staff says they will notify people via email if their vaccine appointments need to be postponed and rescheduled for a later date.
While it might not snow in San Diego, the snow is directly impacting San Diego.
Because of severe winter storms in other parts of the country, thousands of vaccines expected to arrive in San Diego this week are now delayed. Moderna and Pfizer's manufacturing facilities are in Michigan and Massachusetts.
And I think folks understand we don't control the weather and we do not control the arrival of vaccines for when they actually get here.
The county says they were expecting almost 53,000 vaccines that haven't arrived. That number includes part of a Moderna vaccine shipment that didn't arrive last week. Petco Park was forced to close for 3 days and resumed vaccinations on Wednesday.
But we know that the interruptions in supply chain are inconvenient and are frustrating. We're frustrated. We certainly understand that the public will be as well.
County officials asked for patience, saying pauses in vaccines could happen as early as Thursday, but didn't specify what locations.
And even with the disruptions in vaccine arrival, we continue to administer them at a significant rate and clip. And we think this is laying the foundation to move forward in a good direction.
The county says they are confident that despite delays, they'll be able to move into Tier 1B for vaccines by the first week of March. Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Breaking news tonight, Azusa Pacific University in LA County was evacuated tonight after a bomb threat. They just now tweeted that students have been allowed to return to campus, but before this, police searched the campus for hours. The university tweeted it received suspicious messages, including a bomb threat. The evacuation orders were then extended to all campuses, including the one here in San Diego. Our ABC 10 News breaking news tracker is live at the campus in Mission Valley. We have never saw any signs of evacuations or a search for a suspicious device since those orders were given. We spoke with campus security there. They tell us they were just told to be on the lookout for anything suspicious. Of course, we're going to continue keeping an eye on this story.
How I felt was anger, despair, powerlessness, absolutely worried for my safety. I don't know these people. I don't know what they might have been in contact with.
Yelling at customers and employees before creating chaos in grocery stores. An unmasked group of people went inside 2 North County businesses and refused to leave, prompting a sheriff's response. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura spoke with the general manager at one of the stores about what it was like inside last night.
I spoke with the general manager at Seaside Market. He described the people's behavior as unprovoked. He says they were in the store for about 30 minutes until police arrived and got them to leave.
Seaside Market in Cardiff has a mask policy in place for shoppers. Tuesday evening around 7 p.m., a group of people disregarded the rules.
We had a group of about 10 to 15, I don't know the exact number, come into the store that were not wearing masks.
General Manager Austin Davis says the men started causing problems for customers and employees.
Some of them mocking our employees, some of them telling our employees that the people in their family that had been affected by this or had died from this disease were dying from other things, laughing at them.
The group then turned its attention to the shelves.
Opened up some canisters of yogurt, some chips, just started eating it pretty blatantly throughout the store without paying for it, threw a bunch of stuff around when we asked them not to.
Sheriff's deputies arrived to the store and got the group members to leave.
They were arguing with them the entire time that they were there, talking a lot about how we were violating their rights.
The sheriff's department says before they responded to Seaside Market, they were called to nearby Lazy Acres about an hour before, about a similar complaint regarding a group that entered that grocery store.
My instinct, what I feel that they were doing, is they were trying to get people to react to them either violently or use words that will allow them to start a lawsuit.
Davis says they do everything they can to accommodate those that don't have masks, including giving them a free mask or offering services like Instacart or personalized shopping. He says their goal is to keep the community safe during the pandemic.
And to have these strangers come in and openly mock us and openly mock the people that we are serving for just trying to serve them, it hurt.
The sheriff's department says both store owners declined to press charges. No arrests or citations were issued. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
All for nothing. Wow. All right, more good news from our daily case numbers. They remain well below 1,000 while our test positivity rate today was 4%. However, another 57 San Diegans have died from COVID-19. That total now is just under 3,100. The state is offering new help for people and businesses hit hard by the pandemic. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom announced a new deal with lawmakers. They call it the Golden State Stimulus. It includes $2 billion for grants to small businesses and nonprofits. Restaurants, bars, haircutting, and cosmetology businesses, they will get fee relief. Now, there would also be a $600 check for low-income Californians who get the Earned Income Tax Credit. The legislature could begin voting on this stimulus next week.
President Biden now says all Americans will be able to get the COVID vaccine by the end of July. His administration has secured 200 million additional doses, but they won't be all delivered until nearly August. This comes as experts fear another COVID surge as multiple variants spread.
I do expect that they will become dominant by the latter half of March. They are more contagious, and what we're all worried about is that they're going to cause a big spike in cases.
It's believed the more contagious UK variant will be the dominant strain, as you heard soon, but there are worries about the South African variant. It's now been tracked in at least 9 states and Washington, D.C.
Millions are still without power tonight as another freezing storm batters much of the country. Now, Texas is getting much of that severe impact. And take a look at this picture of a home ceiling fan covered with the icicles. That's from water pipes in the attics. They're freezing and busting. The demand for heat has overwhelmed Texas's power grid. 3 million homes and businesses are now blacked out. Temperatures inside many of those homes are hovering near freezing, and relief is still days away.
We're still in this winter storm period. Please be patient. Power will not be restored fully, I would say, probably for another couple of days.
14 degrees below zero is the coldest Oklahoma City has reached in more than a century. Parts of Utah, they're under an extreme avalanche warning.
New details about the shocking death this week of former Chargers star Vincent Jackson at age 38. Investigators say the family told them that Jackson was suffering from the effects of concussions and chronic alcoholism at the time of his death. Jackson was discovered dead Monday at a hotel room near Tampa, Florida. The sheriff's department there says there are no signs of foul play, but a medical examination is needed to determine exactly how Jackson died.
In just 2 short seasons, Fernando Tatis Jr. has become a baseball sensation, and now the Padres are locking him up for the long haul. Our ABC 10 News sports director Ben Higgins joins us live now with the details of this massive contract extension. Ben.
Yeah, it was already a huge offseason for the Padres, and on the day it officially ended with pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training, the team made the biggest move of all. Sources confirm that the Padres will sign breakout star shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. to a 14-year, $340 million contract extension. In dollar amount, it's the 3rd largest contract in baseball history. The move isn't expected to become official until next week after position players report to spring training. The deal buys out the next 4 years when the Padres already control Tatis's contract rights, and then adds 10 more years, meaning the 22-year-old won't be eligible for free agency until he's 36. By then, the Padres are hoping Tatis will have amassed enough MVP awards and World Series titles to make the $340 million look like a bargain. Of course, there's always risk in any deal this long. The Padres are gambling that Tatis will stay healthy and productive well into his 30s. Fans, though, don't seem too worried about the gamble, with many taking to social media to celebrate their favorite players sticking around for a very long time. I'm Ben Higgins, ABC 10 News.
People are happy. Ben, thank you. A big group of San Diegans rallied tonight in support of recalling Governor Gavin Newsom. That rally started at 6 o'clock at the Encore Event Center in Kearney Mesa. Now, the groups Reform California and Reopen California organized this event. As you can see, there were not a lot of people wearing masks there. Recall supporters say they've already gathered enough signatures to force a special recall election. The deadline is not until mid-March.
New information tonight about a bad car crash we first brought you live on ABC 10 News at 5. Police now tell us none of the injuries are as severe as first thought. Our camera spotted 3 cars with significant damage near Palomar Street and Santa Olivia in Chula Vista. Police say witnesses report the black SUV was speeding and hit the other cars. Investigators will check if drugs or alcohol was also a factor. 3 people went to the hospital. 1 was a child. None of the injuries are life-threatening.